As we're going through the house, I do have this really nice pothos that's just really sprouting out. It's loving this indirect light. Don't remember what these are called. Money plants, good luck plants. That's why my wife has them. These are basically hers, but I've been kind of watering them. Not much light for them, but at the moment, no adverse reaction to that. They get a little bit of indirect light, but definitely not as much as the pothos, which is just going nuts in here. This thing is bigger than it's been in a while. The leaves are just bright and bushy. It's pretty cool. And the Dracaena Lisa, overwatched by Harley and the Joker, of course. It actually likes this spot in the bedroom where it's getting this indirect light from this big old window over here. It seems to be doing pretty good. It's actually popping up too. Those center leaves, those are brand new. There was nothing sticking up out of this plant for a while. So it definitely likes this area. And of course, if we're talking live plants, we still have the one Orchid, which we've never been good at. But I'm actually trying to make this one grow. So it actually has little stems on the top, which of new growth. So this is the first time. I don't usually deal with the orchids. That's usually all Nita, but I decided I wanted to take this one into my care. So I'm kind of working on this guy. And you can't talk live plants without talking about Charlie's home over here, because these are all live plants. From the moss ball rocks to whatever these plants are called. Apparently all the same, just different variations of colors in them. And then of course Charlie trying to steal the thunder here, trying to be the star of the show. What's up, Charlie? What's up, buddy? Let's give you a little close up there for a second. It says, I am more beautiful than the plants. Do not look at them, look at me. All right, Charlie, that's it. Goodbye. So in the front yard, the things that I brought over. I have these two anthuriums, I believe they're called. Got a white one and a pink one. I had kept these two inside the house with very little light, just a lot of indirect light through a curtain, a thick curtain at the old house, and they were practically dead after the first week that I got them. They just died off quick, and so I just kept playing with them, and now they're doing good. I can't keep them in the house anymore, so I have them out here on this patio. And strangely enough, this patio, the way it's designed, the sun is behind us and it basically tracks that way. So this patio never gets direct sunlight. So I'm hoping that's going to help these two, because it's really nice that it's flowering again with those plastic looking flowers that they have. But like I said, it hasn't been outdoors in almost 10 months, but this is where it's going to stay. And this is that Tequila Sunrise coprosma that I was talking about. It's like the sunset, but as you can see, the leaves have a more burnt color. Although this one, and I'm not sure if all of them are like this, I used to see them where they were all this color, but this one has green in it too. So it's a little straggly right now, but I figure, you know, just moving, I've left most of my plants, other than those weeds. I didn't notice those. I've been weeding the backyard plants, not the front yard. I'm trying to leave most of my plants alone just so I can hope they will adapt. Speaking of adapting, my fuchsia tree. This was my biggest disaster coming from the other house, but mostly not because of the move. This one had been doing really well, really bushy, like a giant lollipop for the longest time. But then we moved it because it wasn't liking the direct sunlight, and we moved it to a side of the house that unfortunately had the shower window next to it. So it's either the steam and heat of the shower, or maybe chemicals from hairspray, or a heater being on, you know, a hair dryer and stuff like that, that ended up killing off the backside. So the backside is pretty much dead. Yet, of course, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it here for a while and see if maybe it'll regrow. As you can see, it's pretty bushy right now, and it's definitely out of control, but you know, I would not like to just shape it up to give it that more lollipop look. But for right now, I'm just going to give it the occasional fertilizer and then hope it'll do well. And along with a lot of the other plants that they already had here, you know, it's an association type property, so you can't do anything to the front. But I met the gardener, and he told me that he was willing to plant my 2 hibiscus trees. So this one is my pink hibiscus, and it's all trimmed up because I couldn't fit it in the car. It was just so big. So he planted that there, and my red one right there. So we'll see how those two do. I noticed they had like hibiscus on the side of the yard here. Down there. Not that one over there. Anyways, yeah, I checked the flowers. Oh my gosh, they're just so overrun with aphids. It was just terrible. And I'm not really a fan of the plants they have here, and these orange colored flowers are really nice. And you know, the, what do you call these, rose trees? You know, they're pretty nice, but I would do different things. But at the moment, I'm gonna just wait, and I'll just change things hopefully as time goes on, and if I, you know, talk to the gardener and he lets me. And that's it. No more. Bye.